In the late 16th century, Walpurga Hausmännin, a respected midwife and widow, faced one of the most infamous witch trials in history. Imagine the fear and confusion. What would you do if your world would suddenly be shattered by baseless accusations? But what if I told you that her story begins not with an accusation, but with a mysterious encounter? One night, as Walpurga tended to her garden under the full moon, she saw a shadowy figure watching from the tree line. She approached only to find it had vanished into thin air. Now, Walpurga Hausmännin was a licensed and a respected birth doula in Dillingen, Germany for 19 years. As a widow, she lived a very quiet life until accusations of witchcraft turned her world upside down. Think of the dedication that you would pour into your career and family. How would it feel to you if that was all just stripped away in an instant? 31 years ago, after becoming a widow, Walpurga was accused of having sexual affairs with the devil himself. It was claimed that she signed a devil's contract with her own blood and attended secret gatherings with demonic entities. Imagine the horror of being accused of something so outlandish. How would you defend yourself against such wild claims? At one of these gatherings, Walpurga allegedly met the big devil and was forced to deny God and Jesus. She was said to have eaten fried children and received an ointment from demons to spread destruction. Can you comprehend the fear and paranoia that would lead to such accusations? Under torture, Walpurga confessed to using the ointment to murder 40 children and suck out their blood. She claimed that demons visited her regularly, even in prison. Torture forces people to say anything to make the pain stop. How would you cope under such distress? Now, Walpurga's story is a stark example of the widespread witch hunts in Europe from the 15th to the 18th century. Now, these hunts were fueled by fear and superstition and religious fervor. Thousands of people, mostly women, were accused of witchcraft and executed. Imagine living in a time where fear and superstition dictated justice. How would it be if you always have to look over your shoulder? On her way to the stake, Walpurga was brutally shamed and tortured. Her right breast and hand were removed with hot steel, and her ashes were scattered in a river, denying her a proper funeral. Such cruelty is just hard to fathom. How would you find peace in such a time of brutality? Walpurga Hausmännin's tragic fate highlights the dark history of witch hunts and the societal norms that led to such brutal persecution. Her story serves as a reminder of the dangers of fear and superstition. Now let the story remind us to question our fears and strive for compassion in our judgments. If you like this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and if you want, share, and most definitely comment. Thank you so much for joining us again today, and take care of yourself. Have a great weekend and see you next week. Bye-bye.